Today we are going to discuss one of the major diseases of the domestic animal, that is zygomycosis. Starting with the introduction, zygomycosis is a deep, progressive and rapidly invasive subcutaneous mycosis caused by fungi that belongs to the class Zygomycetes, and it is also known as phycomycosis. It is characterized by an acute inflammation of soft tissue and fungal invasion of the blood vessels, primarily affects the nasopharyngeal mucosa and subcutaneous tissue of the horse. If we can see its etiology, Zygomycetes grow on decaying vegetation and becomes pathogenic when ingested by animals. Phylum Zygomycota contains entomophthorales and mucorales. Infections are thought to develop secondary to the wound inoculation. After inoculation, the fungi develop in the dermis, resulting in a pyogranulomatous inflammation. An infection occurs rarely in other animals by Conidiobolus species. If we can see its epidemiology, zygomycosis occurs mostly in tropical and subtropical areas in America, Australia, Asia and Africa. In the United States, zygomycosis is most common in states along the Gulf of Mexico. The true zygomycetes infection are very rare, but conidiobolomycosis and basidiobólomycosis are more common and cause pyogranulomatous lesions grossly and histologically. If we can see its pathogenesis, there is formation of rhinocerebral zygomycosis, in which infection usually begin in the paranasal sinuses following the inhalation of sporangiospores and may involve the orbit, palate, face, nose or brain. The second one, pulmonary zygomycosis, can also form. Infections result by inhalation of sporangiospores into the bronchioles and alveoli, leading to pulmonary infarction and necrosis with cavitation. Third one is the gastrointestinal zygomycosis. Primary infections are probably result following the ingestion of fungal elements and usually present as necrotic ulcer. The clinical signs observed are the ulcerative pyogranulomas of the mucous membrane of nasopharyngeal tissue or mouth. Nodular growth of the nasal mucosa, and the lips may be seen with conidiobolomycosis, resulting in mechanical obstruction of the nasal cavity, dyspnea and nasal discharge. Local dissemination into the retropharyngeal, retrobulbar or other tissues of the face may be noted. Here you can see the infection of conidiobolomycosis in dog and rhinopharyngeal zygomycosis in goat. Further, there are certain disease forms or subtypes, in which first one is the entomophthoromycosis, which is further divided into conidiobolosis and basidiobolosis. Conidiobolosis, there is ulcerative granuloma on the mucosa, and in basidiobolosis there is ulcerative cutaneous granulomas. Second one is the mucormycosis, in which there is presence of ulcerated cutaneous granulomas. The lesion in basidiobólomycosis are usually single, circular, ulcerative and pruritic nodules of the skin of the upper body. Here in the diagram, you can easily see Basidiobolus ranarum infection. Further clinical signs observed are the fistulous tracts that discharge a serosanguinous fluid from the lesions, which frequently are traumatized. Extension to regional lymph nodes results in swelling of the nodes and development of yellow necrotic foci. Lesions may contain a creamy yellow central core of the necrotic tissue. The disseminated basidiobolomycosis is very rare but has been described in the dogs. Further lesions observed are in excised tissue or necropsy specimens, a thickened fibrotic dermis has scattered red or creamy white areas. The lesions which contain hyphal forms, a heavy infiltrate of eosinophils and sequestered areas of necrosis have histological feature of infectious granulomas. The gross lesions observed in different animals. In cattle, you can see placentitis, abortion, infection of rumen and abomasum, and in horse, there is presence of placentitis and abortion, and in dog, there will be a digestive tract lesion. The gross lesions observed are diffuse and not in the form of granulomas. It is highly invasive, spread through the blood vessels, which leads to the thrombosis, infarction, and dissemination of the infection further. For the diagnosis, cultural examination is required to identify the causative fungus. In H&E staining, the fungus appears as holes and elongated channels, and many hyphae have a wide eosinophilic curve. In section stain for fungi, the organism consists of large, branching, sometimes septate 2.5 to 25 micrometer hyphae. Differential diagnosis with cutaneous hebronemiasis and oomycosis can be done. For the treatment, the long-term itraconazole administration is recommended for the treatment of nasopharyngeal infection. Although lesions often regress, recurrence is common after treatment is discontinued. Cutaneous zygomycetes infections should be treated with wide surgical resection followed by long-term itraconazole treatment. Please do like, comment and subscribe on my channel.